Hello everybody, I will start my today's another coding practice. So in this video, I will solve a question, decode string. So in this question, I am giving an encoded string and I will return decoded string. I will be giving an encoded string and I will decode it. Right. So the encoding rule is a encoded string, where the encoded string inside square bracket is being repeated exactly k times. Note that k is guaranteed to be a positive integer, one or larger. You may assume the input string is always valid. There are no extra white spaces, square bracket are well formed, etc. Furthermore, you may assume that the original data does not contain any digits and the digits are only for those repeated numbers. Okay. For example, there will be no int like 3a or 24. So it says furthermore, I can assume that the original data doesn't contain any digit. Yeah, and that digit is only for those repeat numbers. I see. The test cases are generated so that the length of the output will never exceed 10 to the power of 5. See, okay. And it seems like from example 2, this, if the number of repeated character is only one, like A, it will not be encoded as 1A, but just A. Same from example 3. This ABC part is not 1AB, 1B, 1C, but just ABC. Okay. Now I've understood the question statement. So let me think of this with some examples. So in the case I'm given like this, let me think how I can decode it. Yeah. So obviously, what I have to do is, because I've got 3, I will get AAA. And then because I get 2, BC should be repeated twice. So this should be BC. Also, if I'm given something like this, which has a nested bracket, I should get 3 times ACC, which is 3 ACC. Okay, so that's it. So now I've understood the question statement. So let me think of the algorithm. So when I take a look at this question, firstly, my intuitive said I can use stack. So what I can do is when I get 3, I put it in the stack. Then when I get parentheses, I put it in the stack. And then I get A. So I put it here. Then after that, I get 2. So what I should do is I put 2 here. Then once something is put into this, I will calculate 2 times this. Yeah. So I'm still putting something inside of this stack. Then I get 2. Oh no, sorry, C. I get parentheses. Then I get C. Then I get closing parentheses. So once I get the closing parentheses, I will pop out all the element from the opening parentheses. So I should get this. And because I get C here, I will put it here. Sorry. I will try to input this into here. And what I found is that I have 2 already here. So it should be replaced as to CC. Then when I try after inputting this, I find that, yeah, it's okay. So I put it here. Then after that, I guess the closing parenthesis. So when I get this ACC should be, I mean, concatenated. So it should be like this. Then when I try to push ACC, I find 3 in front of it. So I will repeat it 3 times. And finally I get. Okay, so that being said, what I can say is when I try to push the element into the stack, that's the time I will pop out some last element, then I mean generate the concatenated string or repeated string and then push it back. Yep, that's it. So let me think one more case, one more example. Oh, let me go with simpler one first. So when I get this, what happens is that first I put 3, then I put parentheses, opening parentheses, then I get A. Then when I try to put the closing parentheses, I will try to revert it back. I mean, look back until the opening parentheses. Then I get 3A. Oh, so I get A. So when I get A, I try to push it. And when I try to push it, I find that 3 is already there. So I pop out A and I get A. Then after that, I push 2, open parenthesis, then B, then C. Then I try to push closing parenthesis. Then when I get the closing parenthesis, I will look back until the opening parenthesis. And then I'll get BC. So I will try to push it. Then when I try to push BC, I find that 2 is the top element. So I repeated it twice. Then it should be like this. Yep. Wait, where's the opening parenthesis of this? No, it's already down here. Okay, good. One more example. So when I get this, first I put 2 opening parentheses, then A, B, C. Then when I push the closing parenthesis, I will look back until the last opening parenthesis here, then I will get ABC and push it. But when I try to push ABC here, what I find is that 2 is already here. So I have 2 and there's no parenthesis between 2 and ABC. I just repeat it twice. Yeah. Then I push 3, then I push open parenthesis, then I get C, then D. Then when I try to push the closing parenthesis, I look back till the last opening parenthesis and I get CD. So I try to push CD here. Then I find that the last element is actually 3. So I can repeat it 3 times. Then what I will get is E and then F. Then I will return this string. Okay, so seems like I have some cases I have to take care. The number 1 is when I try to push the closing parenthesis. That's a case number 1. And also I have to take one more case that when I try to push string and the last element is integer. In that case, I have to, repeat that character. So these are 2 cases. I will write it down. And another case is some integer char or maybe string. In this case, repeat. Yep. So this is what I should do. Okay, so that being said, let me start the implementation. So basically I will push into the char, but if char is the closing parenthesis, I will pop out the element until the last, I mean, opening char. So I will pop it and then append it to the chosen bracket. Then I have to take care that it is now reversed. So I have to reverse it. Okay, so now I pop it out. Then what I should do is reverse the chosen the bracket. Then I will guess the string in bracket. Then I will pop this into the stack. Yeah, that's it. And otherwise, as I said, if the wait, the string in bracket, this is always not integer. It's okay. But in the case I try to push something. No, sorry. So when I try to push something into the stack, still I have to confirm if the last element in the stack is integer or not. So I have to keep doing it multiple times, I think. And what I mean by to say that is if I get 3 and then some characters, like 3C, then when I try to push C, I will find 3 and make it, yeah, CCC. Then I try to push it. But what is the case when I try to push CCC, the top element is still integer? Can it happen or not? So no, it cannot happen because wait, yeah, it cannot happen. So I have to take care. If I try to push it into the stack, I have to take care if the last element is integer or not. Okay. I will write it here. Let me make up the method. Oh, wait a minute. So I'm Yeah. Is digit? No. So in this way, I can check if this is digit or not. Yeah. So if this is the case, I will pop the element. Then this should be the repeated count. So my task is to push this into the stack like this. And now here, now I can say that stack pop top element is not digit anymore. Okay. The next thing is the case when I try to push something into the, yeah, say I'm pushing like C and it's the top element is like integer. So that's one thing. So let me implement some method here to, because I have to do the same, you know, operation here. So instead of, you know, implementing this, what I want to do is push method. Okay, I see. So what I can do is instead, I now define the push this method here. So in this way, I can reuse the push operation inside of the push operation recursively. So I get bar. So here I get this and string in bracket. So what I would do is recursively call this method. Yep, that is. And also another case, like this. Let me define it here. And if the top is digit, then I will pop out the top element, which should be used as a count. Then I will append the string, repeated string into the top element. And also I have to use the push method here because the top element can be still in an integer. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Otherwise, I just have to push it as it is. Okay. With this method, I have to call it multiple times. Then I will return the joined string of the stack. Yeah. Okay. So let me see. I implemented push to stack method. And here I will push the bar into the stack. So I define top is digital node here. Okay. Okay, so let me walk through my code with this. Yep. And if top is digit, then I pop out the element and then multiply it and then push into the stack. Okay. Good. So I will think of the case of this. So now S is something like this. So in this case, stack should be empty, and for char, I will push each of them. So for 3, and I try to push the 3. Oh, sorry, here in line 61. Yep. Okay. So in line 41, I push 3 into stack, and now top is not digit, bottom is not closing digit, top, and so in line 60, I will push. Okay, let me swap this and this. Okay. So now I just push this element into the stack, but this bar is now integer, so I will convert it integer, and then stack now has 3. Then when I try to push opening parentheses, and because oh, top is digit is true, but now this is not string, so I should not pop 3 for now. And I have to make sure that they're not closing parentheses or opening parentheses. And actually, closing parentheses when top is digit, I can say it in this way. Yep. So now bar is opening parentheses. So I go to line 52. Now bar is not closing parentheses also. I go to line 61 and I push the opening parentheses to the stack. Then I try to push A. And when I try to push, now top is not digit, value is not opening digit, so I go to line 52. Value is not closing digit, so I go to line 61. So now I push it. So I will push A into the stack. Then I get 2. Now I can say top is not digit. So I go to line 52. And I can say this is 2, not the integers. I go to line 62. Then I try push 2 in this way. Oh. Then I try to push opening parenthesis. And in this case again, oh, top is not digit and value is opening digit. No, sorry. Value is not opening. Sorry, value is not opening digit. So I still just have to push it. Then after that, I get C. So now I get C and then try to just push it because top is not digit and also value is not closing parenthesis. Then I guess the closing digit. So now it applies to line 52. So I push this C and then I guess the chairs in bracket as C and reverse it and get C. Then I push it into the stack and I will call the method push to stack recursively here. Then, because this is just C, I push. No, sorry. Also, this one should be popped already in line. Yep, 56. Then I try to push C. Then the top is digit and value is not opening digit. So I pop this 2. Then I multiply C by 2 and I get CC and push it into the heap stack. Then I get this ACC. Yep. Okay. Then after that, I will try to push this up closing parenthesis. Then because this is a closing parenthesis in line 55, I will push A and CC. And now I get CC and A and creates, multiply, get the string ACC. And then, sorry, now I get ACC here. And I will push it into the heap. No. And also I push this opening parenthesis. Then I get ACC. And that's something I should push into the heap. No, stack. And then, again, when I push this ACC, I call the recursively this push stack. Then I try to push ACC. And what happens is that the top is, yes, digit. And then, so because here, I pop out the count, which is 3. Then I multiply ACC by 3. So I get ACC, ACC, ACC. Then I push into the heap, the stack. Then finally, I join all the strings in the stack in line 47 and I will return it. Good. Okay, let me submit my code. So, oh, I think, yeah, this is wrong. Int with base 10. What does it mean? Oh, seems like it now. Ah, I see. Obviously, integer may not work. So how should I do? So let me define the helper function. Yeah, so in this way. So is the bar is already value, right? No, wait a minute. Like ABC. Oh, from here. Wait a minute. So top is digit. Maybe I shouldn't convert the top element into the digit until I convert. Yeah. Until I try to repeat the character following. So if I try to do that, I can use is digit method all the time. Like this. And here I will convert into the count. Then it's okay. And here in line 66, bar is digit. Yes, I can use it in this. And I don't do this conversion when I try to append it in the stack. In this way, all the elements in the stack should be string. Let me check it. Yes. Okay, good. And the problem here is string in bracket is not accessible. No, this should be bar times count. Good. Now it's accepted. Okay, so let me amend my code. It's wrong answer. Oh, I see. So I forget the case when 100 numbers are, um, yeah, pushed in a row. That's the last thing I have to take care. So yeah, if top is digit, so in this case, I pop the element at the top, then I calculate the count. Then I push this into the stack again. Yep, that's it. So with this, when I get 100, because top digit is now, oh, sorry, I mean, when I push first 0, the top digit is now integer, I mean digit. So in line 53, I get 1 as a current count. Let me do it in this way. Yeah. So in this way, I get the 10, then I convert it into string, then I push it into the stack. Yeah. And when I try to push the second 0, the same thing happens. And now stack should have only 100 string. Okay. Let me run my code again. Good. And I will submit again. Okay. So now it's accepted. So I would quickly do the complexity analysis. The time complexity should be up to over n in my guess. So because each character is pushed only once. However, in some cases, I have to pop the element, then convert some string and push it back. I don't know how many times it will happen. So when I think of the say case, this one, I have to pop one first, then generate 10, then push it back. Then I pop it out and push it back, and then we try to do it again. But basically, wait, because in the end, in line 51, I'm creating the end, I mean, character to be, created. So it should be, in the case, the string, given string is like this, I have to repeat a so many times. So the time complexity would be explosive. Yeah. So let me take a look at the editorial. Okay, so let me write the complex analysis later in the description of this video. I don't come up with it quickly. Sorry. But let me wrap up my today's practice. So in this question video, I solved the question decode string. And it should be, I will be given a string like this, and I create a string like this. So basically, when I get the digit or integer, it means that I have to repeat the following string that times. And if I get the parenthesis, I will take the following chars into the concatenated string, and then I will treat it as a one entity. So that's the basic question idea of the question. And for this question, I use the stack to store the current generated string, and also I use the recursion. So with that recursion, I could handle the case that when the top element is digit and when I try to push the ACC or some other string. Yep. So that being said, I finished my today's coding practice. Thank you so much. Bye.